What's up, St. Philip family? So back in the day, when I was a young, confident driver, I should say overconfident, I'm driving along in this torrential downpour and I'm passing all these cars and I'm like, why is everyone going so slow? It's just a little rain. I mean, I can see at least like 5 feet in front of me, so I'm fine. So I'm cruising, passing. I have a song from this band OAR on. I'm rocking out and just like about to get a burrito at Chipotle. I'm like, this is a great day. Cruising along. And then all of a sudden, this lumber truck, this huge lumber truck, decides it's time to change lanes. I had already been like more than halfway across the body of this truck, and it was like blinker, boom, it just starts going over. And I freaked out. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I hit the brakes in a torrential downpour. I hydroplane. So I hydroplane and I start spinning. I spin all the way around through the median, neutral ground or whatever you call that track of land in between the two lanes on the interstate. So, and I ended up going the other direction, so the right way on the other side of the interstate. And I was so disoriented that I said, wait a second, Chipotle's the other way. And I almost drove across the median to get back into that lane of traffic. Whew, crazy. Well, after that moment, that traumatic experience where anything could happen in that moment, I became the safest driver in the world. I was like 10-2. I was like looking both ways, never, ever even considering speeding and all these things. So I was the safest driver in the world for like 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, OAR came back on. I'm comfortable again. I'm passing people in traffic. Boom. But for those 2 weeks, I was like, I am not invincible. I am so vulnerable. I need to be safe. I need to practice the right driving etiquette and technique because, wow, anything could happen out here. And here's the deal. Was I more vulnerable after that traumatic event than I was before it? No. The vulnerability is the same. The lack of invincibility, the same. But it took that spin out moment for me to recognize the reality that, hey, I'm vulnerable and I'm not invincible and I need to be careful and I need to be prepared and I need to be ready. But even after that moment, I forgot. And this is how it is for us. All of us, I'm sure, have had moments in our life where there are traumatic moments where the veil is lifted and all of a sudden I realize I'm not invincible. I'm vulnerable. Maybe for you it was a car accident type thing and you're like, oh man, I need to be a safer driver. Put the phone down, turn the music down, drive slower, all these things. You know, we do these things. Or a health scare, the scale is not looking the same, blood work's bad, or I have a little, cancer scare, these cells, whatever. And so I start practicing better prevention and better health habits, better driving habits. But so often we forget, and then we're right back where we started. And this is the human experience. We try to forget that we're so vulnerable and that we're not invincible so that we can continue through life, but that leads to some bad habits. And so every year, the church knows this. Every year, at the end of the year, the church spins us out and shakes us up and says, hey, all right, it's time. It's time to remember that we're not invincible, to remember that the end could be coming. And Jesus says of that hour and that day, we don't know the day or the hour. We don't know when it's going to come. It could come right now. You could be watching this video and Jesus could, boom, come. Or it could be the end of our life. Either way, we don't know when it's coming, but are we prepared? So let's shake it up. Let's spin out for a second. Here's the experiment. You don't have tomorrow. You don't have tomorrow. This is it. Today's the last day. You don't have tomorrow. Let's put ourselves in that place and let's think about that. So if I don't have tomorrow, if today's my last day, what are the most important things in my life? If I don't have tomorrow, what are the most important things in my life? The most important things, most important people, most important ways in which I should be using my time. What are the most important things? If I don't have tomorrow, what are they? And if I don't have tomorrow, what are the things in my life that I'm treating as if they're the most important thing, but they're not? What are the things in my life that are getting time, resources, energy, worry, concern, attention, so much as if they're the most important thing? But if I don't have tomorrow, I'm very aware that is not the most important thing. So if I don't have tomorrow, am I focusing on those things that are most important? Am I deprioritizing or even removing those things that I'm treating with importance that aren't actually important? If I don't have tomorrow, what is it that I need to do today? If I don't have tomorrow, what do I need to do today, right now? I have hours left. What are those things that I have been putting off, procrastinating, important things that if it were the end, it would be a problem? Who are the people that I need to forgive? I've been withholding this forgiveness. You don't have tomorrow, so it's got to happen today. Who are the people that I need to ask forgiveness from? I need to ask them and beg them for forgiveness, or I need to repent. I need to go to confession. I need to confess this sin. I don't have tomorrow, so it's got to happen today. Maybe there's some other things that I need to do, need to change, whatever it is. What is it that I've been putting off that if I didn't have tomorrow, I would definitely do today? So do it. And what are the things that I'm doing right now? What are the choices that I'm making right now? The life that I'm living right now. The lifestyle that I'm living right now. That if I didn't have tomorrow, I would quit right now. What are those things that I know need to go? What are the choices that I'm making that I know are not leading me in the right way? That if Jesus were to come right now and appear, I'd be like, man, I messed up. Man, I know I need to get this under control. Man, I know I don't have control of this. Man, I know I need to cut this out of my life. What is it? You don't have tomorrow, so do it today. This is a very important reflection, and it's not just a reflection because it's real. We do not know the day or the hour. We know for a fact that we don't know the day or the hour. So we need to live right now. We need to live right now. Treat today as the last day. Do those things. Take care of the inbox. Remove those things. Confess those things. Focus on those most important things and most important people, and live as if we don't have tomorrow. That's a sobering reflection, but a real one that we need to do. We have to do this. Shake it up, spin it out. Let's do this. Sobering reflection. But we have to also keep in mind not only what we won't have tomorrow, but what we do have today. What do we have today? We have Jesus Christ, and we have freedom. So we have Jesus Christ who loves us. His sacred heart, so important to look at the sacred heart. His heart is pierced and open. His love is poured out unconditionally in love of us, in love of you, in our sinfulness, in our waywardness, in our mistakes, in our bad choices, in whatever it is that we know we need to change. His love is pouring out for us, unconditional. And his love is not just a nice thing to know about. It's transformative. His love transforms us. So we need to accept and receive his love, to look at his heart and say, Jesus, I need your love. I need your strength. I need your grace. I need your power, because these are the things that I need to do to be ready for you. And so he gives himself to us. This is my body given up for you, my blood poured out for you, my unconditional love for you. I just need you to come to me. So we have Jesus and we have our freedom. Nothing can take away our freedom. Nothing, no one can take away our freedom. They can oppress us, they can chain us, they can try everything they can to take things away from us, but they can never take away our freedom. That if I feel like I'm not free to make these choices, to forgive, to change things in my life, to remove things, that's a lie. If I think I'm too far gone, if I think I'm like, it's already over, no, that's a lie. You're free. And freedom is right now. You have Jesus and you have freedom. And we just need to make that choice for Jesus, to live as if we don't have tomorrow, and to trust and to rely on his grace and his mercy and his love to help us to be prepared. He's with us. He's with us right now in that waiting moment, right now to set us free more, to fix, to transform us. But we need to trust him. So trust in Jesus and live as if we do not have tomorrow. And if we do that, we need not be afraid. We have nothing to fear because it doesn't matter when the end will come. Whenever the end comes, we will be ready because we've given our life to Jesus. We've lived as if any moment could be that moment. And in that time, in being prepared, we can have peace no matter what's going on around us.